Hi Jared, and thank you so much for the opportunity to prepare you this video. So I'm going to show you the 3 things that Google looks for when they're ranking a website and how you can optimize your online presence to essentially own all of the internet buyer leads that are coming in within your service areas. So keep in mind these methods apply to any of the towns and cities that you're applying services in. First, I was a little confused about what your business was because when we found you under Bullseye Plumbing. However, when I pull that up, it looks like it's in Reno. And then you gave us the email for Watkins Plumbing. So I'm going to use that website. And hopefully that's you, though I'm a little confused. I'm assuming Google is too. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to go right into Google and put in a keyword search for plumbing, Chico, California. So a keyword is essentially a term that any potential customer would put into Google when they're looking for services. And as you know, everybody comes here to Google for services these days. So the first thing we have at the top are the companies that are running ads. Beneath that is the Google map, and we usually have a Google map pack here, and I noticed that Chico does not have one, which is really interesting because if you were to get yourself ranked in the map pack, you would probably pull a huge percentage of the online traffic. And let me show you what I mean here. I'm going to change this to, let's just do Sacramento just to take a look so I can show you what I'm talking about. These guys right here. So these guys typically pull 30 to 40% of the online traffic, but since you don't have any competition there in Chico as far as the map pack goes, you'd probably pull close to 50%. Now, the way you get ranking in the map pack is to optimize your Google My Business, and I see that you have one set up for Watkins, but it only has 3 reviews and it's not optimized. So what we'd want to do is get you up to 25 reviews, add some photos there. We want to put an About Us section that has about 500 characters, and then you want to add what we call citations. And citations are essentially online directory listings. Google wants to see your business name, address, and phone number on several websites that are related to your industry. Also, if you have a Yelp account, if you're on Angie's List, Home Builders, House, anything like that, those all count as citations. But the important part is that Google needs to know that it's the same business. So you need to make sure that your address, phone number, and business name are exactly the same across the board. So typically what I would do is come here and pull the 3 that are in the map pack, run them through a paid program I use to see how many citations they have, and then sort of blow them out of the water with like an extra 100. But since there's nobody here in the map pack, you could probably start with about 120 and be the first person here in the map pack, which would be awesome. So the second thing beneath the map pack is what we call the organic listings. And this is the second place you want your website ranking because they're going to pull the rest of the online traffic. And you want to be at the top of page 1 because not many people scroll to page 2. I went through the first 10 pages and couldn't find your website. So I'm going to pull Earl's Plumbing since they're right at the top. And we're going to do a little comparison. So I'll show you how we get a website ranking organically. So let's take a look at your website. The first thing Google looks for when they're ranking organically is content. They want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage and several images. You have some decent content, though I'm not sure you're quite the 1,500 to 2,000. And you could use a few more images. Google likes to crawl, and what they're looking for are these keyword terms, and there will be several related to your business based on the services you provide and the locations you provide them in. You'll have several related to plumbing, water heaters, etc. And then you've got all these service areas. So you want to include all of these. Let's take a look at Earl's Plumbing. They have quite a bit of content and several images as well. So what I would typically do is run this through a word counter, see what they've got. And if they're coming in at that 2,000, you want to shoot for like 2,250 or 2,500. So the second thing that Google looks for when they're ranking a website organically is what we call backlinks. So I use this program called Ahrefs to see how many backlinks you have and what's sort of going on behind the scenes. So I put your website in here, and it looks like you guys have 98 backlinks coming from 31 referring domains. So a backlink is essentially a link back to your website, giving it power, as long as it's coming from a trusted, authoritative source. So Google is looking at these referring domains to make sure that they're coming from a quality place. It's more about the quality than the quantity. And as you can see the breakdown down here of yours, you're running at about a 39% quality. So you want to get that bumped up for sure. You only have 30 organic keywords on your website. So again, you want to bump up your content and include far more keywords. What I typically do is go through the people who are ranking on the first page, run them through here. And the great part about this is I can click on this number and see what keywords they're ranking for. Take those keywords and implement them into your content. Let's take a look at Earl's numbers. So he has quite a few backlinks, a little over 19,000, but they're only coming from 197 referring domains. So this is a super beatable number. But you see down here, he's got a 60% quality rate. So it's a very good rate. And he's got 706 keywords on his website. So let's take a look and see what he's ranking for. So the ones with his name don't really count. There are some national words in here that are great. You'll want to include some of those too, but Chico Plumbers, that has a search volume of 150 per month, and he's in the first position. Plumbers Chico CA, search volume of 150 per month, and he's in the third position. So right there, there's 300 people searching for that already. Plumbers Redding, California has a search volume of 200 per month, and he's in the fifth position. So you see Plumbers Paradise, California has a search volume of 80 per month, and he's in the second position. Marysville Plumbing has a search volume of 100 per month, and he's in the third position. So these are the type of keywords you want to include in your content so that you're found for these search terms that have a really high volume. I hope this video was super informational for you, and obviously you can take this and do implement these methods yourself, but this is something I do. So if you have questions or if you're interested on how you can execute these strategies and get your website ranking, I'm happy to answer them. You can see the huge difference in traffic just by being on page one. He's got 670 people coming to his website every month as opposed to your 42. So this is why it's super important to run this SEO and make sure you've got these great organic keywords included in your content. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day.